Finland has been the happiest country in the world for 8 consecutive years. Looking at the rising unemployment rate, the budget deficit, do you think that in 2026 Finland will still stand the chance of emerging as the happiest country in the world? So let's analyze this. My name is Chidi. I live in Finland. If you're new here, you're welcome. So today, let's talk about this. And everything I'm going to talk about here is based on my opinion. So if you ever disagree with anything I say here, let's not fight. Just put your opinion in the comment section and we will address it. So when you talk about Finland as the happiest country in the world, even people living in Finland will argue that it is not true because people that are looking at how happy they are, like emotionally, or how happy their pockets are. So when you look at the paycheck of people in Finland, it's low compared to that of some other European countries like Norway, for example. Yeah, so people would wonder like why is Finland the happiest country in the world? So this is not based on your paycheck, it's based on the sustainability goals. So let me tell you, for a country, for people in the country to be satisfied, it's not really based on the country GDP. Like when you hear that a certain country is the happiest country in the world, it doesn't really mean that people living in that country are all doing well. So sometimes you earn so much, but you pay a lot with what you earn. In Finland, we earn less, but there are a lot of things that are subsidized and there are a lot of things that we don't pay for or yeah subsidized or we don't pay for it. But this video is vast, so I'm going to narrow it down or I'm going to make it in parts. So this will be the first part. It's going to be in many parts so that I can cover all the areas about concerning this. So when you talk about Finland as the happiest country in the world, I actually think that children in Finland are the happiest. Children are the happiest people in Finland. So why do I say this? Yeah. So why I say this is that children, number one, they are given the opportunity to be children. So from 1 to 3 years, a child can still be home with their parents, bonding because at that time children really need to bond with their parents. Daycare is not like really necessary because actually in daycare at that age children are still playing. Even when they are in daycare they're still playing. Here they'll give room, a long room for children to play and be children before they start learning. So from 1 year until 6 years they are mostly playing. So after 3 years then the child can be enrolled to daycare. At 6 years, the child is in primary school. They are in preparatory class for primary school. That's where they are being introduced to primary school, things they will expect and stuff like that. So even in pre-primary school, the time is short. I think it's from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock or thereabouts for pre-primary education. But after that, if the parent is working, then the child can continue with daycare after 1 o'clock or thereabout. So daycare in Finland is either you pay nothing or then it's subsidized. So it's in two categories. It depends on your income. So if the income of the family is not enough to cover the cost of daycare, so the daycare they don't pay for daycare. But if the income of the family is enough to cover for daycare, they have to pay, but the rate is subsidized. Regardless of the social class of the family or the financial capability of the parents, the child has the opportunity to reach their goals. Children have the opportunity to reach their goals because the inequality level in Finland is not that much. So children have equal opportunities like the rest of their peers. The second point is that healthcare is free for children. They have health checkup at every age until they attain, I think, 7 years. I don't remember, but at every age they have their checkup to see that they are doing what they should do at their age, and all those checkups are free of charge. So if you're able to buy up to, I think it's 100 or 120 euros during the year, The rest of the drug medicines you buy is you get it for 40% discount. When it comes to security, Finland is secured. By the age of 7, your child can move around, go to daycare, go to school, get into the bus by themselves, go outdoors to play with their mates. So that means they are safe. Another thing is that the corruption in Finland is not much, so there is less corruption in Finland. The waiting time for daycare is less. I remember I read about the city of Espoo, which I think have very good package for children. Is one of the best cities to raise children in Finland, and that is Espoo. So they had a lot of children born last year. So daycares were full, so some children had to be enrolled in daycares that were just established in the gym. They just look for suitable places to fix daycares so that children can enroll and their parents can go back to work. So the waiting times for daycare is not even that long. It's considerable compared to other countries. So hobbies are highly subsidized. So every child has a opportunity to enroll in the hobby of their choices. Yeah, because they're subsidized so that parents can afford them, so it's not really for the rich kind of thing. And remember, children are paid monthly allowance until they get to the age of 18, so that money can also help the parents to support the needs of the child. Because if you live in Finland, the child has a lot of needs. There is changes in weather. When the weather changes, all the clothing change, and you know how children grow. So sometimes you have to buy these clothing on a yearly basis. So you so those money, they help support you to do those things. So in summary, children tend to grow in a less tense environment. Another point is that Finland supports family living together. So if you have a school age child that needs help, or more that needs help, so you can negotiate with your boss, assuming you do a shift work. Your boss can give you only morning shift. You can also get a few days. You can also work like 70% or 80%, depending on the needs of the family, so that you can attend more to your kids. So that is all that is possible in Finland. So they support like family living, and work life balance is also good here. So parents have more time to bond with their children. How children learn in Finland, they learn by playing, they learn by going on excursions, they learn through playing and critical thinking. So they don't really do so much assignment. The school time is really less. I think at most they close at 2:45 at most, if I remember correctly. So within that period of time there is school, they have up to 75 minutes of break, of free time, that they can do anything they want, play and all the stuff. They go on excursion, critical thinking, and the literacy rate in Finland, if not the best, is one of the best in the world. Yeah. If you don't believe me, let me see. So, in summary, why Finland is the happiest country in the world, children are the happiest people in Finland. They have access to quality education regardless of the social class of the parents. They have access to free education. They grow up in a secured environment. They grow up um, they grow up in a secure environment. They grow up in an environment with very less corruption, and their needs are met. Their basic needs are met: food, clothing, shelter. They engage in a lots of outdoor activities. There is pure nature, and they engage in any hobby of their choice. So, what else does a child want? What else does a child want? I don't know. So, in summary, this is why I'm judging that children are the happiest people in Finland. So, whether people in Finland are still happy regardless of the unemployment rate and the budget deficit, we're going to discuss that in the next part. So, do well to subscribe if you're interested in this topic, so that once the next part hits the internet, you're going to see it. So, thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to give me your opinion in the comment section below, and see you in my next video. Bye.